Welcome back. It's time for more of your Fox feedback, the wedding edition, part 2, because I still think I'm right because Google says so.
Because Google says so, and Google
I'm going
is the almighty.
off of Google. Now, again, whatever you do at your wedding, you have to be a superstitious person to think something's bad luck.
Right.
You know, and some people have already said, hey, been married a long time, so let's take a look at some of your viewer comments.
Okay.
I guess we'll start at the top with Ida Lee Wiseman Beasley, who said, never heard of that, LOL.
Oh, and I just want to say, Becky Parcel Cluck, never heard of it.
How dare you guys?
Jeremy.
Oh, wait, but Tony Talley says, I heard the same thing, and I grew up in Arkansas.
Okay.
Very close to
Texas. I was going to say, maybe it's that kind of,
Just saying.
border state. Okay, Joni Flynn, yes, I heard that 55 years ago. I am not fond of luck and walked down on rehearsal. Better to walk and know what you're doing than make a fool of yourself on the real day.
Now, listen, I have to disagree with you, Miss Joni, because what if you feel the spirit of love that day and you do decide to skip down the aisle? I'm just saying, let the spirit of love overwhelm you.
Let it wash over you.
So you could practice going dum, bum, ba-dum, and then the day of, you're all like, yeah, I'm just saying. Or you could be like running to your.
Oh my God, that scream was so good. Oh my God. The photographer should be like, okay, I guess here we go, every shot.
What I love is, I can just imagine G's face at the end of the aisle. Maddie's coming in like,
what are you doing? Yeah.
Maddie walks in, here comes the music, and then Maddie's all like,
Here's an idea. What if I do that at the rehearsal? Just to give it a go. Just to give it a go.
If you video that, you've got to send it. We've got to show that on the show.
Okay.
Because I would be so happy if you did a Fosse run
My
down
dad
the
is
aisle.
going to be like, what are you doing? Okay.
You leave your dad at the back.
I know, right, Dad? Forget it.
Oh my
Set it
gosh.
and forget it, Craig. Okay.
Oh.
Compose.
I'm so sorry.
That was so good. I'll read the next one.
Okay.
Brenda Oshel Weir. Never heard that one before. I have family in Kansas and Missouri.
I don't agree with that, Brenda. CJ Parker says, maybe that's what went wrong for me.
Oh, CJ!
CJ.
Hey, she added a laughing crying emoji. She's laughing about it now.
She's moved on.
Yeah, definitely.
CJ's moved on from that, okay?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Richard Tennyson. There's a tradition where the bride doesn't walk down the aisle on the wedding day, but is standing in the front waiting for her bridegroom. That's from the biblical pattern of all true believers waiting for their bridegroom, Jesus. Even so, come quickly, Lord Jesus.
Well, Richard, I've never heard of that in my life.
I've not either.
And that sounds very scriptural, so I'll take your word for it, Richard. Joyce Clinton McGillan said, yes, I always heard it was bad luck, so I didn't. Okay. Well,
I think I still got the majority of the people saying they never heard of it. I'm just saying.
No,
The almighty Google might have let you down.
I don't want to get out my calculator to do statistics, but...
But here we go. Let's calculate. KB Donovan, yes, she's heard of it. Kat Green, no, has not.
Bev Ashlock Calthan said, yes, I've heard of this as well.
Okay.
Thank you, Bev.
Now here's the question.
What?
Did your mother not walk down the aisle on the rehearsal? Do you know?
I don't know.
Well, Jeremy, we gotta ring her up.
I don't. All I'm remembering is the family weddings that I can remember going to.
Okay.
I was not at my parents' wedding, but
I know that. Oh, I just tripped over my shoe.
Maddie is going to be you're going to be like in a cast and a sling walking down the Fosse aisle.
Knock on wood. Knock on wood. I do not need that.
I definitely remember, it was years ago now. They've been married 20-something years, but at my brother's wedding, my sister-in-law Jenny didn't walk down the aisle.
Okay.
Her sister Heather walked down in her place until they got to the front. But
I'm only asking about your parents because they've been married a very long time. So I'd be interested to know if they did or didn't. Or
I forgot to ask my mom. I'll ask her.
That's okay.
I'm just curious then.
Where were we? Kyra?
Oh, Kira. That's Kira upstairs.
Oh my gosh, Kira. I'm so sorry. Kira Brotherton. It has to be a Texas thing. I have never heard of it.
Kira, why don't you have my back, Kira? Oh, Kira's not even here today.
Oh, good. I botched her name, so thank goodness.
Love you, Kira.
Hopefully she's not watching.
Okay.
But love you, Kira.
Kim Berry, yes, I actually did this at my wedding rehearsal. Thank you, Kim, my best friend now.
Sarah Fritz, yes, you have to have the bride walking down the aisle. She threw me with the yes. I was like, she's heard of it, but you have to have the bride walking down the aisle.
Okay.
Thank you, Sarah.
Misty Nave, always thought the bride walked during the rehearsal.
Yes.
We should have one of those science people do studies on how many marriages lasted.
Versus, yes, that could be,
Just
you know
saying.
what? That could be a good kids science experiment. Interview divorced couples and married couples and see. And what's the control here? I don't know what the control would be.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Where did we leave off, sir? I said, okay.
Annette Smith. I have never heard of that before. I walked down the aisle at my wedding rehearsal. Is this a Texas thing? Because here in Missouri, it's not heard of.
Well, I don't know, guys. It's been thrown in my face.
Jeremy, are you feeling a little hot? I feel sweat beads coming down.
Listen,
Google?
I'm not, Google. Google is my friend. Google
I would have
it.
a talk with Google and say, listen, Google.
Google has said it. Julie Brayfield Wright. I am not calling you cray cray. Wait, did we already have that
Yes,
one?
I think that was yesterday.
Cray cray, because I remember the order got shuffled. Okay, let's skip to Naomi. The bride is never supposed to be practicing walking down the aisle during the rehearsal, or it will bring bad luck. The most popular alternative is to ask a close friend, not in the wedding party, to be your stand-in bride.
Oh, not in the wedding.
Oh, see, I didn't know that
part.
part.
I was going to say, if I had Allie do it for me, she's my maid of honor. So would she do her walk with best man and then turn around, come back, and then be bride?
Yes, but you have to tell her also Fosse walk.
Fosse walk!
Fosse walk, Allie!
Allie, no. Fosse.
Now, if anybody could pull that off, I think Allie could.
Allie? I thought you said I could.
Well, no, I'm just saying, if you didn't want to do it, Allie could definitely do it in your place, though.
I'm sorry.
Just
I
saying.
am not giving her that credit.
How dare you, Allie?
Okay, Karen Orchard. I have never heard of this tradition. All the brides I've known have walked down the aisle during rehearsal.
Huh. Okay, then. I get that. Joy Penny.
That's my aunt.
Already,
so we
can
read
we scroll a few just to see? Let's just scroll a few. Because I know we did Conklin, because that's your aunt?
That's my aunt.
Yes. And I was like, call your aunt.
Call my aunt.
Get her information.
Call Aunt Joy.
Sharon Neighbor, never knew that, and I've been married for 38 years, and it's been awesome.
Oh, I'd love to hear that.
Yay, that's good to hear.
You know, another great Fox.
Oh, wait, Kaylee's really fast.
Kaylee Gilbert. Definitely a Texas Southern thing, because I'd never heard of this.
How dare you, Kaylee? You and Kira are ganging up against me.
Here's one Fox feedback I think we could piggyback off of this. What is your secret to a successful marriage?
Okay, we had another one from
I know,
the
in the
show.
gas station food.
Oh, that's what
we can switch it up.
I already forgot that one, though, so thank you.
See, I'm here with you.
Can we write that down after the show?
Raining it down.